What do I need to listen to?
That's a new discovery for them.
You know what I'm saying? That's a discovery.
You are totally missing the fact we're not asking those people to vote.
But it's not about
right?
us. I don't know who.
No, it's going to be about the people that we ask, though.
I don't know who, but that's what I'm saying. I don't know, guys. You're both being specificist, as in racist. I'm using specific but ist about what you think our fan base is and what you think the people who are listening to this music. It's just like somebody said the other day, scaring the hoes music, right? Like, you think that there's not chicks listening to this shit? You think that there's not younger people?
Wait,
that's what I'm saying.
Did you just people us? Is that what you did?
I'm with it. Mild racism.
I'm saying you guys.
Shout out to PGO.
yeah, mild racism. You know what I mean?
You are now listening to the Abyss Podcast with Carl the White Monk, Primo Jab, and Luke Cage.
Yep.
Yeah, so just run that shit. Boom.
Yeah.
It's a good day in the hood. You know what I'm saying? Boom. It's issue episode 109. I'd like to shout out, first of all, that I missed that hoodie that Carl got on right there. That is a fresh hoodie
shit
right there.
Navy,
you know what I'm saying?
not black.
Big up to, shit is Navy, not black. You know what I'm saying? And it's important that he has that hoodie on today because we're going to talk about a record label that actually puts out the big ghost shit. You know what I'm saying? Yep. Primo Jab, you looking, hey, yo, man, no homo. You looking real handsome right now. You and Carl, real handsome, man. Word.
Oh, I appreciate that. Oh, you must be speaking of my fine garments. This
you guys
super
are twins.
brolic and tough shirt that I have on. It happens to be 1,000 words, Razor Ramon style, in the methodology of pen and pixel Master P cover. I mean, I think there's nothing iller than this shirt right now. Thank you,
it's
1,000
epic.
words.
Yeah, it is an epic shirt.
We're gonna work on getting Carl one too. Hey, yo, boom, but check it out.
Yeah.
This shit is thick, pause.
Yeah, it's super rugged. It's not flimsy in one way, shape, or form, man. It's a great t-shirt, great quality shirt, good printing on it. You know what I mean? It's not like bulky. No, this is top notch. This is quality merch, man. Shout out 1,000 words. Shout out the Cookout. We're gonna keep talking about that. You know, it was an epic event, and yeah, man, 1,000 words is a very important and pivotal member of this community because he's given everybody an opportunity to do stuff, man. So that's dope, man. That's what we're supposed to do. Yep. I see what you did there, Carl. Yep.
I am going to actually switch the narrative from right now, not this week, the next week. We have the A3C convention. It used to be honestly, I looked forward every year to a few events in Atlanta, Georgia. It was, the Dragon Con. Really was the parade, not really the con, because sometimes they didn't have, it doesn't matter why. Anyway, boom, Dragon Con. And then it was A3C. A3C was the first place that I heard Trinidad James. I thought he was just a dude to work at Ginza. I didn't know that he was a rapper. And thought he had poor customer service at the shop he worked at. I heard All Black Everything or whatever the first time. I heard Godzilla. I heard was Kodak Black. Who else? The Barrel Brothers were announced there on stage with Torre and Sky Zoo. Tanya Morgan, Out of Sight. Donnie Goins. You know, I like Donnie Goins. Saw him there. All these freaking rappers that you saw on MySpace, on Facebook, on SoundCloud that you didn't see. Got to the A3C, you got to see him perform. It was like, sleepaway camp for rappers. It was one of the best. It was South by Southwest, but down the street. It was great. Now they announced the A3C. We don't know who's performing. They only show speakers.
Yeah. Well, no, I mean,
they have DJs too.
There is the So Def 30th anniversary, which is going to have.
Is that a part of it? That's not a part of it.
No, it's a different.
You have to buy tickets for it, but you get discount tickets
if you're in A3C.
Isn't that crazy though? It's not. They're not talking about who's performing.
Yeah,
that weekend.
I'm not a fan of that, man. I mean, the So Def lineup, that thing look actually it was very stacked. I get it. But just like you were saying, Lukey, I mean, A3C it used to mean something, right? It used to be,
oh my God, it did.
You would show up and you were just there for hours, bouncing from thing to thing, to show, running into people at the same time. Now this A3C, this version of A3C, which by the way is partially owned by 2 Chainz, this version, it's a lot more focused absolutely on the networking, and that's cool. The expansion of the business and entrepreneurial spirit, embracing technology and really making those steps forward. I think, I know what you're saying, Lukey, but hear me out. So, I see it, Lukey. What I'm saying is, I think it's like anything where it's grown up, it's matured. Number one, the loud part. Let me say the loud part first. It is under new management. Okay, so it's not going to be the same as what you used to think it was. It's under new management. They own the rights to the name A3C. It is not the same A3C that you and I and all of us are thinking A3C was. The music is not the focus. The other dude who owns it, along with 2 Chainz, are the people that run the Gathering spot, if you're familiar with that. Or if you're also familiar with Greenwood Bank, they're partnered with Killer Mike and a whole bunch of other people on that. And their focus right now is about financial empowerment. It's about networking amongst each other, building equity and expanding knowledge, the technical knowledge base to win in the Black community. That's what it's about. And I think that's what the new lineup or the new focus of it reflects. That's why you only have a couple of those DJ
Financial
things.
Festival.
But that's what it says.
More industry and less hip hop.
Exactly. It's all, thank you, Carl. It's all industry. It's applications that if you are a music person, and I think that's the other thing, the role of the musician that we're thinking of right now, of the person that's mainstream, and even people for the underground like us, shout out Ty Ferris, is you handle your own business. You got to be about business. You have to know how to innovate, how to take care of your clients, your customers, your listeners, your fans, right? But how to provide an experience that is going to make them, what's the word I'm looking for?
Stay invested.
Invested. Thank you. That's going to make them invested in you, right? And in your travel. Like that's what's changed. That's the paradigm shift that happened in the mainstream, right? So to your point, Lukey, it says A3C conference and something else. It doesn't say A3C music festival anymore. It doesn't say that's not what it is anymore.
It happens on the same weekend all the time. October 7th or October. It happens on the same weekend.
This time, I remember the last time it was a full week, man. There were shows every night, like 8 different types of shows. It could be down south, boom bap hip hop, mainstream hip hop, trap, New York. There were all different venues. Everybody was playing, and it was and that's what I'm saying. That's why I don't understand why they're doing this. Like, they still need to have a musical component of this as well, man. Because this is where we network. This is where everybody was linking up, and it was a lovely time.
My favorite time for the A3C was at the Masquerade, where they had their backfield.
Oh yeah,
Heaven, Hell, and Purgatory. And you had an outside stage.
The old Masquerade. Yep.
The old Masquerade, yo. They had Heaven, Hell, and Purgatory. Yeah, that shit was. Random acts, saw Sean Price, saw Homeboy Sandman, Black Milk. Then you went outside and you saw Chino XL. Who was the dude, the Juggalo rapper? It's not Juggalo, Strange Music. Tech Nine.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, but that's a different year. See, I was thinking about what's his name? Imsum or whatever his name is, the dude who has the contact lenses. You know what I mean? Hopsin. There you go. Hopsin. Yeah. I called him Dim Sum. But
you're making me hungry.
You'd see people like Hopsin in the same breath. You'd see Little Brother in the same breath. You'd see some random trap rapper in the same breath.
Black,
you know what I mean?
I saw
Kodak Black riding on the back of a truck, on a flatbed truck, riding down Edgewood, spitting. It was ill. Absolutely.
Who else? Godzilla had a song with Erykah Badu. Yeah, and it was dope. Shy Stimuli was pretty dope one year. He just got off work and got on the stage. Cunnilingus was there. That shit was
Any
dope.
of those rappers that you only heard about or saw about, a lot of times, like that you only saw in magazines, you were seeing them for real at A3C. Like that was what it was all about. You saw all three coasts. Everybody was representing from all over the country, man. And that was the best part. It wasn't like discriminatory or it wasn't biased. Like I feel like not to hate on it, but the So Def Fest is biased, right? Because So Def is not making West Coast music. It's not making
A3C.
Yeah, but the So Def Fest would be it would be a stage at A3C, right? Or it would be like one of the finale shows of that night, or that whole day would be dedicated to it. You know what I mean? So that's why I'm like, man, salute to the So Def Fest, because that gives us something to do. Revolt Fest is also happening, starting off. Well, it happened. It just happened, actually, which is funny. I think they're taking advantage of the momentum and of the energy behind the networking and everything to get people to come down and join a part of that. And they, I think, are also focusing more on that business stuff, on the music business, as opposed to, performing.
Well, and keep in mind that it's just coming back. So it's been gone for how many years?
No, one or two.
One, yeah,
two?
1 or 2.
I thought it was 2.
I think they took a year off.
New ownership. So if they're going to do a new format where they're not doing as much of the music and a lot more of the conference style and the speakers, it would be smart for local promoters to then add on to their own and utilize, the crowds that are going to be down there, independent promoters put on shows. You want to put on a trap show, get with 529. You want to put on a boom bap. We'll book something at Aisle 5 that weekend. It would be a great weekend to get people out.
Absolutely, Carl. True. Wow, you said it. Yeah, and I think that's what it needs to go back to. It needs to go back to people that take advantage of, not in a bad way, but they know that the proximity to the big event that's happening, all people need to do is get a whiff of something happening and they're there.
Mm-hmm. And you don't even have to sponsor, the event. All you have to do is just be down there handing out flyers during the event.
Yeah, absolutely right.
Here's the problem with that right there, promoting shows outside of a hip-hop show. Usually all the hip-hop shows go on at a certain time. Dragon Con, they do this all the time. They have parties outside of the con that they have parties outside of the con that they promote. But a lot of times there's not really a lot of things super interesting going on at the con at night. At night, we have hip hop shows. So your hip hop show is going to be going on during Jermaine Dupri and 112, Jagged Edge.
Da Brat
singing.
Yeah.
Da Brat
going to be there.
So you're not
going to be a gang of people there, man.
Yeah, you're not going to want to miss it. I remember I wanted to see, I guess, Jizza at the same time someone else was performing someplace else at the A3C.
You had to run between rooms or something.
I could have missed. So I just stayed there.
I mean, but you get the same thing with a lot of these multi-stage festivals where they've got 3 stages and bands are playing, consecutively. You just kind of have to, and a lot of times we would dip. We'd stay at one stage and catch 2 or 3 songs from this band, but I can't miss that other band. Right. So then we hop over there and catch the close out of their set. And you'll have people that are going to bar hop and do basically like a crawl.
True. But the thing is, the A3C pass got you into any place. You had to go to a different show and pay a different fee to go to a show that's promoted outside of the A3C. Just like you had to go pay to do something outside of the Dragon Con. Yeah, we should go to Dragon Con next year, Carl.
But it allows for, I keep meaning to, but it allows for independent promoters and the artists to actually make more money off of these events too. Because they're not having to pay out a certain percentage to AC3.
Yeah, but Erykah can have stuff in the fucking Dragon Con. I'm some stupid. We'll bring JC and we'll dress her up as a zombie or something, or put some taxidermy art on her or something. And so like, hi, and sell some dope stuff at Dragon Con.
Yo, JC is way more hilarious in person than when you just see her pop up on the episodes, man. Because you just kind of see her sitting there, just
she in the cars.
Yeah, you when you're around, like now I get it when you see like when Lukey's watching JC and you always see him turning his head and saying something to her or something, man, because she is a wild little fun little guy or little person, you know what I mean? Like
yep.
She's hilarious.
Yeah, I love her mean mugging. She's got that personality.
She definitely got my mean mug.
She's so just regularly funny and normal too, though. Like I thought she just used to mean mug all the time too, but then I saw her and she was. I was like, oh man, you're like a person.
Oh yeah,
she's definitely active. This little motherfucker right here. She said, have some water. I'm like, okay. So I gave her some water. I walked away, I think to the kitchen or maybe to her room or something. So I hear water on the floor. I'm like, is she pissing on the floor? Yo, what the hell? So I come back and I see her pouring the water on the floor and she drops the water bottle and she takes the biggest jump I ever seen her take. She like this far off the floor. She jumps in the water and I have to catch her from falling back because she slips. Like she wanted to put a puddle on the floor to jump in the puddle, I guess. Yeah. I'm like, okay, timeout. You have to have a timeout. You have to have a timeout, JC. Like, yeah. And she's laughing. I try to whoop her, but I guess I don't hit hard enough. I don't want to hit her harder. So timeouts are much more devastating. Yeah, than that. Speaking of timeouts, AC3 needs a timeout, but we need to call upon our help on their good friends. Let's see. Dead in Hip Hop could help. You know what I'm saying? DJ Kerosene, 1,000 Words, and us. That is enough contacts and people to throw a great festival. Now, Dead in Hip Hop, I haven't talked to those guys in a while. They've been doing their thing for a while. They have the respect and connects. So I'm calling all y'all out. You know what I'm saying? Word. Let's make our own festival. Honestly, we could do it ourselves. We could, but we could make it bigger if we had those other people with us. You know what I'm saying? Word. Low key, we could do it ourselves. We could, but it'd be better if we got other people involved. And this could double as the end of the year hip hop awards that we got dope. That DM for. And we can have it in February because it's cold everywhere else. It's not going to be that cold in February, maybe. We might have some Snowmageddon.
Exactly. Asterisk, maybe.
Yeah. Snowmageddon happened in February, right?
Snowmageddon.
It's not going to be as cold as up north.
You're right.
Yeah, that's a fact. It's still a getaway. Absolutely.
True indeed. Indeed. We can be fresh in our fall or winter clothes or whatever.
February. I can't wait. I'm ready for bubble season. Go ahead.
I got my hoodie on.
Ready. Definitely. It was like 74 like last week. I wore a long sleeve. What I do? I wore a long sleeve.
In the mornings, it's nice and chilly.
Yeah,
so
then
it's getting good. It just gets warm during the day now. I mean, I think we probably got another, I don't know, at least till the end of September for it to stay kind of steady warm before it just, starts changing again. We need one more big rainstorm. You know how Atlanta does. It rains for like four days or so, and then next thing you know, the season changed.
That's wild shit, yo.
Wow.
One thing that I'm thinking of is if we bring in Dead in Hip Hop, they're gonna want to have some artists like Mavi on the bill. I ain't trying to have Mavi.
Who is this man?
His name Mavi.
Talk about him.
T-shirt. Mavi T-shirt instead of Earl sweatshirt. It's Mavi T-shirt.
No, it's not. That's not his name.
No, I'm just saying it's what he sounds like. He sounds like Earl sweatshirt.
But his name ain't Mavi T-shirt though, is it?
Nah, man.
No.
Okay, because I was about to say, yo, get the fuck out.
Hey, on the real
Mavi.
Though, let me say something, just in case some of his fans or anybody. Wait.
We said what we said.
No. I love Earl sweatshirt. I like Earl sweatshirt. I've been like rap. I've been liking Earl sweatshirt. Now, why are you
confessing that like that's some sort of cardinal sin, though?
No, it's not, because I like who I like unapologetically. I like Cake. He's going for distance. He's going for speed. Every time I see somebody in a wheelchair, that song goes in my head, man. Especially when them automatic wheelchairs. He's going for distance. He's going for speed.
It looks like Mavi raps with Earl sweatshirt
in his time of need.
Yeah. I love that beat, man. Anyway, he I think he does have songs with him. But Do you have those pictures? Can anybody get those pictures that I sent you off the group message? I don't want to log off of here.
No, what pictures?
I sent you the pictures of the screenshot of what happened with the record.
Oh yeah,
record label,
yeah.
I'm getting it.
And then the tweets.
Shout out to Rap Winkle, man. We don't negotiate with terrorists.
Well, he does.
No.
All right, what you need? Do you want me to read it?
Yeah.
All right, this rapper Mavi got paid in advance of $17.5K for a project a year ago. The album was done. Boss ordered the vinyl, 1,000 copies. Then dude said they needed to delay due to issues or some shit. But they kept the bread. Past 2 months, Boss been getting at him and his managers. Manager said he no longer represents him, and Mavi just ignores Bass messages. So Bass loses his cool and decides to announce plans to drop this album, showed the art but didn't give the title or tag Mavi, as in-store exclusive at his record shop in Amsterdam or wherever. Mavi catches wind of it and tells his fans not to support. Bass gets even more emotional about it and posts on IG that he quits. Meanwhile, shit kind of backfires on Mavi, and Bass sees that so he deletes his post. And then I've got the screenshots basically of the tweets and then a lot of comments.
The deal is with those tweets. People are defending Rap Winkle. This is interesting because a lot of times we come at the record label. We have been coming at record labels for very, very long, getting at them because they have not had good business practices. We all know that all guns, no butter.
Some have not had.
A lot.
Well, I know a lot. Yeah, I know exactly what you're getting at, Lukey. Lukey's speaking in generalization towards the trend of industry fuckovers. But continue, right. Lukey. Absolutely.
Even with people got at me for it's Apple Dizzle.
Yeah, App
Dizzle. They're like, yo, I still ain't got my master speech record. Hey, don't look at me. I mean, that's not my record. That's Mondo's record. Yeah, I'm in his DM. But the records finally came. You know what I'm saying?
I saw some landing. People been posting about
it. Yes. And they came in really, if you think about it, a timely fashion, because sometimes it took people 8, 9 to 10 months to get their records just before the pandemic. And it actually told them when the records were coming. When you bought the record on Bandcamp or whatever, it said your record will come in like 10 months. And you had to be cool with that because you bought the record. Now, some people didn't read that and they get all mad and they get at the record label. Sometimes the records will come all bent up. And that's no good. Jesus. So Rap Winkle has never done any of this. No. They have always had our back in this underground. I think they released one of the best records, hip hop records ever, with Carpe Noctem by Big Ghost. And I'm saying that because I'm on that shit.
I was going to say you on that too.
And definitely. I'm on a few Rap Winkles. The last one was for the Wrong Street joint. So this record label has been holding. Yeah.
Oh, look at that.
They've been holding us down as far as this community. He's not part of this community, even though he's had, I think, a couple releases come out through Rap Winkle, but he's not really a part of this community. He's only 23 years old. He's from North Carolina. I think the brother has somewhat knowledge himself, which makes it kind of disappointing. Why are you answering why are you answering their messages? And your manager just says you don't even represent him no more. You took the money, pay the money back then. Or there's other ways to release the records. Do y'all know what happened with what was Sheen done? What was Sheen Gun do with West Side Gun?
Didn't they have to change the backing music because of the samples?
Yeah,
they did, but
they had to play all the music.
Yes, but here's another thing: when they're on tour, which Mavi has got off his world tour or United States tour.
Yeah, he's on a world
CDs, tour. Yeah, CDs and fucking.
They sold them on the side.
Yes, but you had to pay cash for them.
Yeah. I bought one.
You had to pay cash, right?
Yeah. You just bought it for a dub.
Yeah, there you go. He could have did that with those 1,000 records. You know what I'm saying? Got his money back. You know what I'm saying?
Well, I think that's
saying
why
Mavi could have done that or Bass could have done that?
Well, but it's not for Mavi to sell them. Mavi got his money.
Yeah, he got his money already.
Yeah, send his money back to some of the records.
So, there
do
again,
business is what
you know. You're told that you can't sell them, so he's kind of stuck with 1,000 records. And what is Bass going to do now? Bass can sell them out of his shop, but there again, he'd have to sell them for cash, and that's what he was going to do. Apparently, I think they've worked something out, so hopefully they get that deal straightened
paying the
out.
money,
But
he's still a fuck nigga.
But we still have the problem that Bass is looking to retire.
Yeah, I think
I'm hoping he doesn't, but it would definitely create a vacuum.
I don't think he's going to retire. I think that was just an emotional moment, a bad, you know what I mean? That was just him in the moment. Maybe his moment is a day, maybe his moment is a week, but I don't think he's going to stop because he loves doing what he's doing. And not only that, he's done too much good business with so many people for one situation like this to cause him just to say, you know what, I'm done with situation. Everything.
So I will say this: it's difficult to say how would a straw break somebody's back, but it's how many straws fell before it, right? Right. So Facts. Ty Ferris went on live earlier and brought up some really interesting points, and you know he's built a really solid relationship with Bass because you know he released Cocaine 2 on Rap Winkle.
Rap Winkle.
But you know Ty Ferris was kind of going in about what this could mean, and he's talking with Bass, and hopefully you know he can help keep him in the game. But
I think Bass is staying, man. I think
he brings up some really good points about we need to look at the vinyl game as it stands now and find ways of making it sustainable, because independent rappers want people to give them deals, but it's a money game. And I got to know that if I'm pressing up 1,000 vinyls, I'm going to be able to sell those vinyls.
Yeah, that makes
and
sense,
even if it's not something funky like this, if only 250 sell, I'm still sitting on 750 records. And then Discogs has no value, so there's no resale value of it. And you know, so he was really kind of preaching that we should have less vinyl deals. Make a vinyl deal knowing that you're ready for a vinyl deal, not just because the album's good and you think it should. If you can't sell 250, then don't get 250 pressed up.
Get 100. Get 100 or 50. Right. People get 50 or 100.
That's what he's saying. So make less copies. Let's have less people going to these vinyl companies begging them for deals when they're not ready to sell records. Because the more times they dish out these deals for rappers that aren't ready and can't sell enough, it's going to burn the bridges for the rappers that can. And he also said that, you know, repressing. If we want these records that we're making in these limited quantities to truly have resale value, then people have to know that there isn't going to be a repress 6 months later with, you know, 500 more copies printed out.
Okay, boom. I don't know if I should bring this up, but I'm bringing it up anyway, because it's one of the things I was gonna. Well, I asked this guy whenever I talk to him, because I got his number. Anyway, Jay Royale said he gets mad when, or sometimes when you sell out. Okay, you sell out of your copies. You sell this many records. Yeah, I sold out. Great. But then you have someone that just finds out about you that wants your record. You only got 3 copies to your name, and you don't want to let those 3 copies go. Why
that means you understand the value of them records too, then, right?
Yes, but still, you want someone to have that record because they want it. And you don't want them to go online and spend $300 for that record. Here is my solution to that. Yeah, sell out those numbered copies for like 200 copies or 100 copies. Then the artists, they have the unnumbered copies. I know Eddie Kane has some unnumbered copies of Trees of Grows in Brooklyn. He has numbered copies. If they want that, you're gonna get an unnumbered copy or something that the artist can sell it to you directly.
Directly from the artist.
Like, that would be something like that. Yeah,
that would make it more worthwhile.
Yeah, they can get it
directly from the artist. Yeah,
but here's the thing:
write your name on it. That gives you the same kind of value to it. I think.
I'm just going to tell you that vinyl for listening pleasure isn't what it used to be because it's all made from digital music anyway. So, you know, the vinyl experience is a collector's market now. There are dudes that spin their vinyl. Absolutely. And there's a difference between that and a CD. But it's not like you're getting a super high quality difference. In fact, you're kind of getting a lower quality difference in a sense, right? So it's strictly based on I'm doing vinyls for collectors. If I have fans, I want them to have my music.
Right.
But I want to honor the people that follow me and pay the high dollar amounts for the collectible variants and buy both or all three variants of a record, all that shit. And I have to value them by keeping that track valuable or that purchase valuable. So new fans can buy CDs, they can buy tapes, they can get the digital downloads. That music's available to them. It's not like, you know, they're never going to be able to experience the greatness of Ty Ferris. But the ones that really fuck with him that sit there at the computer at 12:01 tapping that fucking button in the basket, right? Those are the ones I need to make sure that those people, because they're the ones that are really paying the bread and butter of my career. I need to make sure that they stay invested in what I'm doing.
True.
Invested.
True. I definitely fuck with that. And a lot of times, say for example, Copenhagen, someone buys like 40 or 50 copies, and next thing you know, they're on a different website. I don't know. Yeah,
I mean, and that's fine. That shit happens too. It happens with tickets. It's people are gonna find avenues to make money. In the same sense, that same artist can take as many copies of that record themselves, right? So if I cut a deal with Copenhagen or Rap Winkle, I mean, then I can say, you know what? Out of the 200, I want 50 of them. So now I can hold those. I can hold those for a year and then start dropping those at big dollars because the other 150 went so fast.
So, but what you're talking about now, see, this is, man, we talking about economics here, man. We talking about market economy and capitalism. You're talking about
investing in yourself too.
Yeah, that's a false sense of scarcity though, man, right? To drive up the value of it, knowing that you have more in the cut. Now, does that become the trend? You know what I mean? Does that become something that all of a sudden every couple weeks it's like, hey man, you get the random post. I got 4 of these in the tuck. Does somebody want them? And you just slowly are leaking them out like that. So was the original run, was it 300 and you only put out 200? Was it 300? You only put out 150 and you're keeping the rest just kind of peek in, trickle into the market when you need a little bit of bread and you see the Discogs number is looking good?
I will tell you the way I would do it is I would list it at 300, and as soon as they go on sale, I'd take whatever I had held off for the artist off immediately as sold.
Indeed.
And I would do that in a sense just because that's technically what's happening. I, as the artist,
the same batch.
That's my pay. I'm taking that in pay. But if I know that I'm printing up 200 records and I know I could sell all 200 at $40 a pop or whatever the cost is, and I'm going to get X amount a bag, but I know they're going to sell in 10 minutes.
Yeah.
Why would I not want to keep 50 back knowing that in 2 months they're going to be worth 150 each?
Yeah.
That's just investing in myself. That's just me saying, I know it's going to be worth it. I can do this. And so that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to hold some off.
Here's the thing though. Like, for example, man, the Mickey Diamond Gucci Ghosts, right? Part 1, Part 2, the vinyls of all of those. Let's use that as an example. Okay. When those came out and sold out in like 3.5 seconds, right? 30 seconds or whatever the case was, right? The 5 different variants that existed, right? They had low numbers. You don't see them popping out. You've seen 1 or 2 maybe trickle out for sale. But I think if you look at Reddit, for example, as kind of like taking the pulse of the buyers, there's not much demand to try. People aren't looking for those because I feel like the numbers that went out, even though it was only 250 or 500 in various variants, I think it satisfied the market. Whereas now the people that are without it, they've kind of just been like, okay, darn it, I guess I didn't get it. I can't afford to pay $200, $300 for the record from somebody else now.
But then Mickey turned around and made a post saying, I've got a few of these left. Anybody that wants one, DM me.
Guess what? Those went in 15 seconds.
Yes. And I guarantee you it wasn't the cover price.
300 DMs, just like he was some sort of pretty bitch who pulled her titties out on Instagram.
You see what I'm saying, though? And for me, I would much rather him do that than some Joe Schmo like myself that buys 50 copies real quick
put on Discog.
And then puts them up on Discog.
So you're talking about the hype
Mickey's
beast.
making the profit. At least Mickey's the one benefiting from that. Because once those are sold off the website, that's it. He doesn't see any more money. And so somebody sells, 10 years from now, a Gucci Ghost 1 and 2 for $1,000 a piece. He ain't seeing that money.
No, of course not.
But if he's got one or two in the bag, guess who can get a little bit of bread himself?
Yeah, he can turn it up. You're right. No, and that goes back to full circle. That goes back to what you were saying before. You investing in yourself.
Yeah,
absolutely.
It's a great point, Carl. I think the mark of a great record or a record that people play is you go in Discogs like this right here. It's the Mickey Diamond Big Ghost. It's the Gucci Ghost. 21 people want it. 6 people have it, and no one's ever sold it because they're not selling it. The Crime Apple first album that actually was just how you spell it? How you say it?
Aguardente.
Aguardente. It tastes like black licorice. Gross.
Oh yeah.
It's disgusting.
Nasty.
It gets you fucked up.
But yeah, it does get you fucked up. It's disgusting though.
Yeah. The album. I don't think it's on Discogs. I looked for it because I wanted to buy another one. I didn't open mine.
Well, they're doing a re-release. I believe by the time this comes out, there will be a re-release of it, which I feel like is justified because people have been asking for it. That makes sense. People have been like, "Yo, oh man, I'd love to have that." Big Ghost, yes. Crime Apple,
keep in mind that anything I say as far as a quote unquote rule or a should do, I leave Big Ghost out of it. That motherfucker could do whatever the fuck he wants. So he can repress as many times as I don't give a shit. I'm saying it. I'm biased. There you go.
Look at this shit.
I don't think anybody. I don't think that. I agree with Ty Ferris, but at the same time, I don't think that there's a repress should be taboo. I think that it shouldn't be a repress in the same year or 2 years. You know what I mean? It should be if you're doing a repress,
there should always be exceptions
3-4
to the rule.
years later. You know what I mean? Something like that. There are always exceptions to the rule. Like if you just drop something super crazy. And it's like, you know what? Yeah, we doing it again because everybody wanted it. Yeah, do that.
I mean, Aguardente is a classic, though. I mean, that's
of course,
that's
why
a pivotal album. That was a pivotal album in this underground scene, and really on a larger scale, an introduction to Crime Apple that people needed in this wave, right?
But an introduction to so many other people, the web again, like we call it, the abyss. Itself is represented very well right there, just in the branches of connections of different people that were rhyming on that album. Rome Streets, Daniel Son, you know what I mean? Like you had, Lukey was on there. You know, I mean, come on, man. Like this is
that's my second appearance in the Marvel Universe. Now check this out here. 560 people have this album. 870 want it. There's only 25 for sale. And it starts at $69.
That's a good ratio.
That's amazing. But
actually, $69 is a better price than I had imagined.
But it might be a tape. Bad. Let's look. Let's see what it might be a tape, Carl. It might not be a record.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
So I'm hitting the button right now. But yo, check it out. The record itself is beautiful because it has flowers on it. It's like
it's a really pretty cover. Yeah, with that bottle.
Yeah. Oh my God. No. The record. I'm talking about the record. The record itself.
Oh, the vinyl itself. Okay.
Now here we go.
I'm not a big vinyl head, so I don't even. This whole honestly, this is a moot point to me. I just want the CD. Anytime the CD comes out, I want the CD.
Bro, check it out. This album, they have it listed for $419. What the fuck?
That's a good number.
That was more what I was thinking.
That's
okay. The lowest price. What did I say? A cassette tape. $69 for a cassette tape.
That makes sense.
Cassette tape. Here goes the record. $105 euros.
105 euro. So like 120 US.
Yeah,
it's not bad.
Yeah, it's open. But yeah, definitely. I thought, yeah, I'm gonna show y'all. I hope y'all can see it. But the inside of the record is so beautiful. Can y'all see it?
No, it looks like
blurry.
Witness relocation. Gangland.
But it's a beautiful record on the inside. Let's see if I can tap it. Dang. Can I turn off blur?
It's not gonna.
I turned off the blur.
But it's not going to show just because of.
Dang, man,
you need to turn your background off totally.
Yeah, you need to do
that. That's the only way it's going to show.
None. All right,
now you can show it. Oh wow, pretty. Yeah, that's the vinyl. Oh yeah, that's dope. Yeah.
How do you do that?
Vinyl. Oh well,
I got.
Man. It's crazy enough. I got this picture vinyl that I got from Jason Staten. Shout out Jason Staten. It's I believe it's either the Chronic or it's a Too Short album, but it's just titties. It's a vinyl with titties, amazing titties at that. So
sound like dirty dishes.
Yeah, I think Dirty Dishes Finn. Probably was like that. Shout out Finn. He just put out a new project.
Shout out to King Bliss. King Bliss is going to drop a new album. Tiger Stripe. King Bliss, Tiger Stripe. No, not Tiger Stripe. Tiger Stripe is a song. Yasuke is the album, yo. That I played it the other day, gave him the same feeling. So boom, Finn, King Bliss, y'all put out a classic to me, yo. Big up to King Bliss and Finn because that joint was. And it has all the Caribbean influences in there. Yo,
yeah,
he was, and low key, I found some more bars that he was spitting in there. Like listening to it again, I'm like, yo, he was going off on like trapping shit.
I talked to King Bliss today because we've got him coming up in the future. But he wanted to come on and promote, and we're heavily booked because Primo Jab's on his business. So he wanted to promote this new album that's coming up, and so I kind of linked him with a couple other folks that we're buddies with in this podcast and interview kind of section. And what he decided to do instead was, over the next few months, he's going to release tracks individually and then release the full thing at the end of January, so that when he comes on with us, he'll have just released the whole thing, and it'll still. But yeah, so he's going to go on those other platforms, which is dope. I'm really happy we kind of got him linked up with some folks. But shout out to the Art of Rhyming and Alex Kuchma, Rob at Rap Seminar. Hopefully King Low. Yeah.
Big up to King Low because sometimes I listen to his podcast for research my own self. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't want to ask the same questions he be asking. You know what I'm saying? He's gotten a lot better with interviews over the year. You know what I'm saying? Boom, boom, boom. That's a good dude too. Matter of fact, I went live and I was hoping he was gonna be on there so I could go live with him. But I need to ask him before, like, hey, you wanna go do live? Yeah, true indeed. Yeah, I should ask him. Yeah, true indeed. But back to this Mavi guy. Mavi? Is it Mavi?
I think it's Mavi. I'm sure it might be Mavi. There used to be some jeans called Mavi jeans. So I mean, I don't know. He might be. Anybody on. I see a lot of people that we know are fucking with him.
Follow.
Yeah.
I mean,
so I got it. I'm not gonna jump on his neck as quickly as possible. But I mean, it seems that there's some fuck shit business being done. I just don't, like I said, again, I don't know enough about him, nor do I listen to his music. I'm not about to start shitting on him. But one thing I will say is that, this is again to your point, Lukey, in this case, usually, you side with the artist, but I'm definitely siding with Rap Winkle because they do good business. And that's what I'm standing on, man. Like, I don't, hey, you might make great music, Mavi, but it seems to me, this seems like a case of fuckery on a rapper side, trying to get over, might have taken an advance and say, yeah, fuck that. Oh, we had technical issues with don't release that version of the album. Well, once you submit the album, you're contractually your obligation is done. I'm selling I'm selling what you submitted. You know what I mean? Point blank period. Too.
You see
that's what I'm trying to say. That's what I'm trying to say, man.
So, the message that Carl read is just the summary of what everybody has said on Reddit, on Twitter, on Instagram. Yeah. Everybody just came in, and that's all the information that we had that summarized in one big thing. I heard he signed paperwork to release the record. You couldn't get a hold of dude. And then when you find out that it's getting put out, then it comes up, hey, you can't put this out because of samples. Why didn't you say that 2 months ago or 3 months ago? Why didn't you say that? So, like I said, there was ultimate means of putting this record, because I looked on the Twitter feed. People want this record.
Mm-hmm.
They said the record exists. It is? And they're like, yeah, it exists. But you're not selling it. I'm looking on the Rap Winkle. He has sold out. They have put out, I think, 3 other projects for Mavi. They've sold out. And it's been like 1,000 records or whatever. So he's selling records. His fans are selling records, yo. I mean, buying records, maybe. You never know nowadays, man.
And I think a lot of times this stuff boils down to something much simpler. I think, he wanted this record out. For whatever reason, somebody came to him and said, look, you're going to have an issue with this song or that sample. And he's probably already spent the money, whether it was on production or whatever it was.
And you're so kind, Carl.
You get nervous to answer the messages because you're on the hook for $17K or whatever the dollar amount really is. And so you kind of hold off. Well, I'll find a solution. I'll figure it out. And then somebody just gets to a point where they're like, I can't be ignored anymore. And this blows up. So, like I said, I had heard that there's probably a solution. And at least they're talking. So, hopefully it gets resolved. But those records are pressed. Something's got to happen to them.
Yeah, something got to happen to them.
Why burn them? And if Mavi want me to fight, Mavi, you want me to fight your pops? I'll be in South Carolina in November. You know what I'm saying? It's not a long drive. Your pops is in North Carolina, but me and your pops will sit down. I'll be like, yo, if your boy doing some fucked up fuck boy shit, I'm gonna call him out on some fuck boy shit. And he called you daddy on the internet. You know what I'm saying? Word, he called you daddy.
You gonna stand for this in your household?
Yeah. Yo, and he goes by 5% of. It says on here, on Mavi's bio on Wikipedia, Mavi's style draws inspirations from 5% Nation ideologies. So hey, me and Mavi might be so-called alikes, which led to his studio album, Let the Sun Talk. He cites rappers. Here's his favorite people: MF Doom, Prodigy, and Mobb Deep. You know what I'm saying?
That's what I'm saying.
As main influences.
I did the knowledge on him, man. I did the math. That's why I said I'm not going to get down on him. I haven't heard his music, but from what he's standing on and from what he's drawing from, it seems like he's a decently educated and knowledgeable individual, and he might have some substance to him. But again, like I'm saying, this, and just from the other stuff I've seen, this seems like, to Carl's point, maybe you got the advance and you just spent it. And you're like, oh, fuck these guys. They live overseas. What are they going to do? And you just didn't realize that, the Rap Winkle is loved. It's this, much and loved. They do good business in their circle. Maybe you feel like you're too far removed. You didn't come up in this circle. I see who you rocking with. Lyrical Lemonade. Shout out Fake Shore Drive. You know what I mean? You performing at Lollapalooza. These are all the places I've seen where he's been at. So I see the trajectory he's on. I see the circle that he's rotating in. But in this circle, you ain't about to like take the little runoff on the plug, Jack. Like that's
real shit.
That's what we're talking about here. And that's all signs are pointing to you ran off on the plug. But
Real
anyway,
shit.
man, fuck old boy, man. Forget old boy, man. Let's not talk about him anymore, man. Fuck that dude.
I guess
we got other shit to talk about.
I said I go by the old rules. I guess I'm old. Niggas when I went off on the plugs like fleeing from De La Soul.
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. That's that. Okay. All right. Bars. All right.
Yo, son.
Anyway, man, talk some more.
Hold on. I'm talking to you right now, people. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I wrote a verse for I got it right here, by the way. I wrote a I'm a fat Thor, but I was feeling like fat Thor. I was drunk as fuck, throwing up on the floor. But I'm still the man. I was feeling like Iron Man. Demon in the bottle with my hand on the beer can. Word.
Okay. All right.
Yeah,
Say less. And you know what?
Thor.
I'm always down with a Fat Thor reference.
Yeah,
man, he was depressed, man. Hey, Lucy, I was dead, man.
Exactly. You know what I mean? You know, Fat Thor was the weight of the world was on his shoulders, man. You know,
really, he was playing PlayStation with he was playing PlayStation with
yeah, where are you, Noob Hunter 564? We're gonna come to your house and fuck you up. that shit was hot, man. He's like, hold on, don't you ever talk that way to us. We're gonna come and find you.
That's just ill, man.
Fat Thor, talk your shit.
Fat Thor didn't give a fuck. Ever in the comic book though?
Nah, I don't think that was. I think they made that specifically up just for the movie.
Yeah, bearded Thor. Bearded Thor was kind of ill. Thor is
different.
I think part of it was Helmsworth was getting a little bit bored of the character.
Yeah,
and it really gave him a lot of excitement to have that new angle on it. And he apparently it was his favorite time doing it.
Oh shit!
Pause.
No, that's not a pause. I said, did good.
What I
doing
said? I said, we superstars.
Yeah, that's cool. That's good.
Oh my God, we superstars will give you a rush like Thor driving race cars. I'm the best nerdcore rapper ever. I don't give a fuck, man. Word. No, Rush. No, Rush is the movie Thor was in driving race cars.
Helmsworth was,
yeah. So boom, what I say, Thor, it's Screech, Thor, Zach Morris, Urkel, that's their name. Hey, yo, boom. What I say, two of that joint. Then I said, we superstars. I got my water from Atlantis, and hammers from Asgard. And water is what?
Yeah. I see what she said. Okay, all right.
Guns.
I see the bars that
back then I was so heavy on the comic book references.
That's dope comic book references.
Yeah, but I was just on the nerd shit, nerd hustling. That was Brock. Brock Landers had me on some like super hustling. Everything was related to hustling in comic books. You know what I'm saying?
And if people want to hear, and if people want to hear more fire bars, they can just tune into Collusive Partisans.
Oh shit, that's right.
Oh yeah, you want the link? We'll send the link. We send it to Kip the Frog and Aviator, yo. You know what I'm saying? So
I got to really deep dive into it, and I don't know. Some of those beats that should be kind of whack are so fucking badass the way you guys are flowing on them. No, really, I mean. And again, like versatility in style, you know, that just for you, Lukey, the nerdcore references I love. You are fucking hilarious. Like,
we're all kind of funny.
I laugh. What? Well, the skits and stuff, but I mean, just even in the bars. Yeah. But I think just the ensemble that you put together of your Avengers group is fantastic. You know, Primo, Mondo. Liam Capital. I mean, everybody killed it.
Yeah, you were really
good. Right. Was rapping on there pretty decent. 716.
Yep. 716 Black Seed.
Black Seed.
Chance,
yeah, absolutely.
Yeah,
people did their thing. It was just having fun.
Yeah.
Really was, man. Yo, boom. And here's the reason why I did that shit. I wanted to make a group album, but I knew everybody was gonna like all the beats. And so the first person to express that shit was Mondo.
Mondo.
He actually said it on the song.
Mondo. Yeah. It's great.
Yeah.
Yo, look at this shit.
Hey, he texted me. He said, he texted me. I'm going to screenshot the text message and say, what's up with you with this whack ass beat?
Right.
That's what he texted
me. he like, yo, Loogie, what's going on with this
he's
shit?
One of my favorites.
Yeah. No, Mondo going crazy. You know, he got another album about to come out, too.
So talented, man.
Yeah.
So I thought it was going to already be out by now. Yeah.
I know, I did, too.
Mondo
I thought it was going to already be out.
Remember when Ice Lord said, who you think spit some extravagant, like exquisite shit? Mondo's one of them niggas too.
Yep.
That nigga, man, the niggas picked up on it at the at the cookout. Yesterday we went grenade shopping.
Bro, man, look,
Yeah,
Mondo,
word.
the footage that I've seen, and also shout out Black Vanguard, they put up the little mini videos online. All you got to do is search Mondo Slade Cookout, and you're gonna see all these little mini videos. And even Pro Diligence was saying it too. I mean, I've heard so many stories about that Mondo Slade set up there at the cookout, man. I heard he went up there and went fucking crazy. And not only that, I saw the footage. I saw the footage of it. And I think the other thing, and again, you know, he had just done that Tiny Desk little series that he did, which was also very creative and dope. And it showcases what I think makes Mondo stand out, which is his personality.
Yes.
The energy that he puts into saying shit is different than just saying shit, right? Like it's my philosophy is it's three different ways of rapping. There's three different powers of rap. It's how you say it, it's what you say it, and it's the way you saying things. That's my theory. If you ever hear anybody talking about it, they got it from here. I'm writing a book about it. You're gonna hear about it soon. But look, Mondo, the way he says what he says, he puts that energy in it, man. That's what he does.
In high school, there was always that dude that was cooler than everybody, not because he got onto trends before other people, but because what he said or did became trend. That's Mondo. Mondo's that dude that's hanging out at a party that everybody's going, oh, that's how we're supposed to be. That's what cool is.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, I see that, but I see this too. Other people will do what he's done, but just not as cool.
Well, of course.
Right.
You can't.
That's what we're saying.
I mean,
that's
but
exactly
that's
what
how
we're
you
saying.
get to be like a Dave Chappelle or somebody. It's like you just naturally have something, your own style that no one else has done. It's not like he saw this and decided to bring it to this group. It's just he does what he does, and everybody else goes, wow, that's fucking cool.
Yeah.
Yo, remember the show that we went to? It was your brother's show.
Yeah, shout out Mega.
People didn't know how to really receive Mondo at that show.
He was hilarious.
Yeah, Mondo, he was killing it there too.
He really was. But then he was like, he said something and he was quiet. He said, I just like I want to get real quiet real quick. Okay,
I know. The in between his songs was the greatest because he was crazy shit.
Y'all don't know nothing about me.
I like when it gets real quiet. Hit it.
And then what he say? What Primo Jazz said, kicking niggas in the face and karate chopping MCs. He said, I was like,
I'm trying to tell you, man. I'm telling you, man. He got that energy, man. He know what it takes, man. That's what you're supposed to do, man. That's
it was a different crowd. Yeah, it was a different crowd that night for that right there. But I was still the way he moved too. When we shooting the Casey Jones video.
And
I'm like, I was looking at this nigga like, this nigga is a star, my nigga. I'm just up here. The cameraman said, "Hey, Lukey." I said, "What's up?" He said, "More energy." I said, "I ain't gonna be like that nigga." Like.
That dude was fly fishing in a video and made that shit cool.
He got the best videos.
Fly fishing with his mask on.
He got the good videos. Really? I got to look up that one. I haven't seen the fly fishing shit. My shit is with him and Chubbs walking around the grocery store. I like that shit. Super heavy. And then of course I like the Tiny Desk, obviously. Yeah,
but what's the one with this Lucas?
Him and his man Lucas from Marietta when they doing is it Pulp Fiction Reservoir Dogs?
Yes.
Pulp Fiction.
No, they did Pulp Fiction. Yeah.
That's a very creative video. I mean, Mondo got the ideas, man, and he can execute, man. He knows what he doing.
Casey Jones, that dude laced us, man, because every time someone says something,
too, still,
they said, "Did y'all shut the streets down?" Like, nah, we over there by that bookstore. Over there.
That's actually a derelict part of town, everybody. Fun fact.
It really is.
I'll say this though. And shout out to Mondo. Yeah, definitely. Shout out to Mondo Slade though, because he truly is a Renaissance man in the sense that he gets involved down to the core of everything that he does, and he does so much. So it's
he takes it serious.
It's the marketing. It's the merchandise because he does all his own merchandising, all the shirts and the hoodies and all that shit. That comes from that man, right? But then it's video production. Not just the ideas for the videos, but the props, the scouting locations. That dude does all that shit. He's crazy with it. And then TV production and making shows and, like...
Yeah.
I really feel like...
Y'all owe us a couple more episodes, Mondo.
Yeah.
I paid my money for my subscription, Mondo. No,
But as somebody who considers himself...
There's only $5, but still.
As somebody who considers himself a Renaissance man and somebody that does a lot of different things, I have a lot of respect for what he does.
Yes,
indeed. And plus, he's a good dude. He's funny. I think
hilarious.
I think he's the type of dude that some people will take the wrong way because, like, just like when he texts me and say, "What's up with you with that whack ass? What's up with you with this whack ass beat?" Someone else would be like, "Yeah, fuck you, man.
Why are you talking about me like this?
I love that beat."
And he's supposed to spit a verse. He was like, "Man, that shit is whack." So I wrote the hook. And I asked him. I begged him to say it, and he said it. And you hear him at the end of the hook. He said, like halfback passing, like, oh, yo, yeah. And then and then he says, "This shit is mad annoying," and shit like that. I put all that shit back in there.
That shit makes that made it hot, man. That made
my
shit.
God. Highlighted.
I don't think no one's ever did that before. I don't think no one has ever said the track was whack on a song.
Put it on the track.
And put it on there. I don't think
it really meant it though. That it's the energy of it.
Yeah, he really meant it.
It's the energy
he still
of it.
Killed
man.
it.
Yeah, still killed it. Oh man, hold on, man. While we talking about this, man, that's a good segue. Here we are at the mid of September, 9 months into the year. Joe, I feel like, and we just said his name, but I feel like there's some very strong candidates for MC of the year right now, man. I wanted to bring that up because I feel like Mondo's one of them. Danielson is one of them.
Definitely.
SD Knack is one of them. Sub 810 is one of them. I mean, there are people right now that are doing a lot of ill shit in quantity too, though. Like putting Pro Dillinger.
Yep.
When you
Amazing
speak about
drops.
people putting out volume and good shit right now, I mean, it's a glorious time. Like I think, Carl, last year we were talking about what was the pandemic going to do, right? Was it going to create this era of stagnation where people are just going to be outside touring and not making live music? Oh, shout out, speaking of, Bub Styles, another motherfucker who's been putting out volume of ill shit.
About to drop an album, and Phoebe
that's right, Phoebe about to put some more shit out.
Album. Still, Phoebe, to me, has one of the strongest albums out.
What? Painting Houses?
Painting Houses.
Yeah, Painting Houses is
still like, and I try not to listen to it no more because I want to go back and listen to it at the end of the year and be like, okay, yeah, boom.
But that's what I'm saying. For you to say that, and shout out Phoebe, because that's another. I'm sorry, I didn't even mention them before. There are so many quality, dope albums out right now that have come out over the year. I hope people haven't forgot that this year started on January 1st because a lot of shit has happened since January 1st. You know what I mean? And everybody loves to say every time something comes out, this is album of the year. Nah, a lot of shit's happened this year. You're going to have to literally sit down.
Didn't Arokasaki come out this year? Wasn't that beginning of this year?
Mickey Diamonds put out 3 albums this year. Death Face just came out a little bit ago.
Well, 3 because Gucci Ghost 2 came out after.
No, Gucci Ghost 2 was it was the end of the year. It was the end of 2020.
That was last year. It was Arokasaki, is Death Face, and
that came out right after Gucci Ghost 2.
No, Death Threats and Smoke Face. Excuse me.
Right.
Come on.
Let's see.
Now let's see. It's a lot of rapping happening, man. It's a lot of serious rap action going on right now.
Check it out. And when we take this vote, because it's not us 3 coming up with the results. I'm just letting the people out there
get them early.
Yeah. So boom. We need to have best new or upcoming rapper. We have to have a category for that, I think. But then
it should be called Best Discovery.
Well,
should be just a write-in. Yeah, here. That's why. Let me speak about it, because you have people who have been doing dope shit for a long time.
There you go.
But maybe they just haven't bubbled up
broken
to
into that
level where everybody's hearing them, right? So I think maybe that for our world, best new artist should be best discovery artist, right? And that's
I think
where it should be a write-in.
I think Up and Coming is a better name, just because, like.
But that's who you discovered, that Up and Coming, same.
And I don't want to disrespect anybody, but if I'm going Up and Coming, like, is Maze Overlay in that category?
No.
Is Vegas 7 the Ronin in that category?
Yeah.
I think now, yeah.
How do we distinguish?
I think that's a discovery. I think those are both discoveries. I think those are people that you find and you're like, oh,
some parameters, though.
We write the parameters down, and then if they write Maze Overlay in, and 20, 30 people write Maze Overlay in, cool. If they don't, then we don't have to go back and do this, because I don't think Maze Overlay qualifies as Up and Coming.
Well, and he may not to us, because we've been on to him for a while.
We already have been on
following drops. But there again, there are some people that may have just gotten on to him.
Somebody maybe just found that album with Sadu Gold.
So check it out. If Maze Overlay, if they write them in, we'll give them the award. But I still think they're coming onto the party late. I don't think that.
I think he would feel. I hear what you're saying. He would feel some sort of way about it. Like, oh man, how am I getting this discovery artist? I've been here. Right. I hear what you're saying, but I think that it's fair that we need to respect the fact that that we're gaining, I think, a lot of traction as these weeks and months of dope releases go on. I think the Reddits are growing. I think the fan bases and these vinyl drops are selling out quicker because so many new ears are starting to turn this way and finding quality, and they're going back. Like, I think half of Reddit right now, if you look in the Griselda ones or the Umbrella one or the hip hop one, it's people that are like, yo, I'm an 18-year-old girl. I just found out about this guy, West Side Gun. Who is he? And they're just asking about him. And they're just finding out. An 18-year-old in 2023 asking about West Side Gun. What do I need to listen to? That's a new
discovery for them.
You know what I'm saying? That's a discovery.
You are totally missing the fact we're not asking those people to vote.
But it's not about us. I don't know who.
It's going to be about the people that we ask, though.
I don't know who, but that's what I'm saying. I don't know. Guys, you're both being specificist, as in racist. I'm using specific but ist about what you think our fan base is and what you think the people who are listening to this music. It's just like somebody said the other day, scaring the hoes music, right? Like, you think that there's not chicks listening to this shit? You think that there's not younger people?
Wait, that's what I'm saying. Did you just people us? Is that what you did?
I'm with it. Mild racism.
I'm saying you guys.
Shout out to
mild racism. You know what I mean? Mild racism. You guys, you people are the listeners of the Abyss. Yeah, you guys, you people, the people of the Abyss. We don't know who's listening. We don't know who's listening.
We don't, but we're gonna ask 50 to 100 people.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying, do we know that will vote? 2 months, 3 months,
but we don't know who those 50 to 100 people are.
We don't. If we ask 100 people who the best rapper is right now, then we get the results. Then we ask a whole different 100 people who's the best rapper right now. We'll probably get different results. You know what I'm saying? Because it's different people, and it all depends upon what age. It all depends on sometimes what region they're from. So we have to be selective. So
here's the common factor.
Specifisists. We have to be specificists on who we ask.
Okay, I get it, but here's the common factor. Here's the common factor. We are doing the asking. We're putting forth the poll. Because we're putting forth the poll, that means the group that we're serving is obviously familiar with the territory that we're speaking about, that we're surveying about.
We're asking an 18-year-old girl.
We're doing that. I don't look, fam. I'm trying to tell you, you don't know. One of your followers might be an 18-year-old chick who just follows you because she heard you on Aqua Dente, and she thought you were funny as shit.
But she doesn't know about everybody else to vote to have
Sure, she does.
good qualified.
Because of you, she found out about everything else.
I'll give you an example.
How do we know? We don't know.
We have in the group
find out.
Of our followers that we're obviously going to send this out to. Out of any of them that are fans of our show and watch the show, not all of them watched it every week.
Right.
And even if they don't watch every episode, there are artists like Vega who we haven't had on yet. I say yet. And they might not be tapped in to Sleep Is the Cousin, which to me, unbelievably
fucking dope, insane album.
Deep, fucking incredible penmanship. Like the whole thing is just fucking insane.
Very well done.
So, but they might not know anything about him and won't until we actually have him on the show. So
maybe they learn about him then. They've only heard the name.
Yeah, we got artists like J. Royale and other artists that we haven't got to get on the show yet. So we got plenty of people.
You know, the elusive J. Royale.
Yeah, but let's not talk about it real quick. Let's talk about this right here. We have to have people that we interview, that we ask to vote, who have a broad knowledge of who we're asking to vote on. Some people,
of course,
on the last voting, they left parts blank. You know what I'm saying?
Really?
So they didn't vote on stuff because they didn't know who to vote for probably. So that's cool. I'd rather them leave it blank than just write somebody in, or not write somebody in, or just
write
vote
money
for somebody.
Yo in or something crazy.
I mean,
right?
I'm okay with the write-in aspect of it, only because typically it's rare that you're going to have a lot of write-ins for the same person, unless we just were dumb and it's happened and didn't mention somebody that should have been in that initial group. So, you know,
there's been definitely,
you know, we had it in the art category, I believe, where there were write-ins that were significant, right? That we just didn't have on the list and should have. Right. So I'm cool with the write-ins because if it's somebody that doesn't really deserve it, they're only going to have one or two write-ins.
Exactly. Right.
Whereas if it is somebody that we should have had on the list, we'll get a lot of those write-ins, and it helps us understand, hey, that's where the temperature is.
That's a fact.
I just don't see, from being at the Cookout 2 and seeing how many people knew Maze Overlay and was dapping up Maze Overlay.
No, there was a specific reason why I used both of those examples.
I'm just saying that because I don't think people will put Bordy Rock as the discovery either.
Good. Well, I think I argue that they would say that. I think some people just found out who Bordy Rock was
because he just got out of prison. Yeah, but some people are gonna put him as the artist of the year, dead ass. So will he get both? Like Mickey was getting album of the year.
I think he would get mentioned maybe for some people.
Man,
but I don't think he would win it. I think he's been putting in work this year. Absolutely.
Bordy Rock got almost just as much love as SD Nack at that show with Feed the Family.
Yeah,
Feed the Family with Shake and Hooter and all those guys.
Top Hooter. Yeah.
On stage. Yeah, Dun Dilly. They on stage. I said they were from fucking. They're
from Dorchester.
Yes,
Boston.
I said they were. I said they were from
Dorchester.
Yeah, you like my accent.
Where I said they was from?
Obviously not Boston.
Yeah, and they corrected me. I said, "No, don't beat me up. Don't hurt me." That's why I said I was drunk. Yeah, so shout out to all those. Shout out to Feed the Family, man. That's a good guy.
Feed the Family, man.
Yeah, it was great.
Corey's doing an incredible thing. That Sheikh Hanif album is crazy. Shout out Sheikh Hanif and Michelangelo. If you ain't heard that.
RZA's Flood is amazing to me. I just love the name.
Son of Sam Law.
Yeah, I hate mentioning singles though, because a lot of people listen to singles. Yeah.
I mean, I think it's just, in our world especially, you ain't mentioning singles like out of just the fact that that's the only thing you know. It's just that I think it's obvious that those songs are so powerful that they are the singles. Like Shake is the one that made them the singles or made the video for Son of Sam Law. I didn't even know it was going to be a single. That's one of those songs that's just instantly, like, as soon as you hear it, you're like, oh yeah, That's it. And then when I saw they were shooting the video, yeah, hey, Michelangelo is a monster, Jack. And I think that goes back to what you're talking about.
That album right there. Yeah.
Well, he been doing that with Bordy Rock too. The Bordy Rock album, they got one. You niggas not wavy, like that shit's super extra raw. I mean, they got a bunch of unwavy creatures.
This is kind of like Dipset without the colors. It's like more grimy Dipset to me.
Oh, I'll tell you. Shout out Grubby Paws. Grubby Paws and Bordy, they got the crazy album. Wavy Bullet, Wavy Bullet got some goddamn shit on it. You know, but that's what I'm saying. Just that whole area right now, man. They doing their thing. They doing their thing.
They really are, man. And low key, they some really. Everybody I met at that shit was so dope. Shout out to Zaza God for hiding my whiskey. We got him on for February, right? We put him on for February.
Lord Mobbers, what up with y'all?
Yeah, did you put him on for February?
Zaza God. We gonna see him soon. You know.
Yeah,
don't say a day
Lord
and time,
is like 6-7.
We can't control that. You know, we can't control time and days and everything. Right. We're not time lords.
You're right, but Beneficial Lord's like 6'7". Beneficial Lord is like really like 6'7". Yeah. I was like, I gotta have this guy on my basketball team. Or I was hosting like, damn man. Like looking at Zaza God and looked at Beneficial Lord. I'm like, yo man, I got my point guard and I got my center right here. Or then I saw Sauce Heist. Then I was hosting, I saw Ty Ferris. And I was like, man, is that Ty Ferris? I said,
that's a crazy camera angle though. That's funny as shit. He was like, "Oh, what's up?"
He didn't pick up, and then I was.
Wait a minute, hold on. You called him from stage?
Yeah, from stage. Yeah. And then
why did you just call me, man? Mic? Yo, Ty Ferris, what up?
I had someone else was rapping.
Oh, okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Oh, that's even more funny. So you just standing on stage, somebody rapping, and you're like, "Wait a minute, that's Ty Ferris." You call him.
I think
This shit is an epic night, man. This shit sounded like an occasion. I'm mad I missed it.
I'm sick.
No, it was Sunspot.
Killed it.
No, I hit Sunspot, the DJ Sunspot. I hit him. I said, "Is that Ty Ferris?" Man, it's Ty Ferris. He was like, "Yeah, it's Ty Ferris." Then at he said, "Yeah, you just called me, right?" It's like, "Yeah, I did." Chase Fetty. Here's the deal. Chase Fetty. You call his phone. It don't even pick up unless the number is saved in his phone. Mm-hmm. So like if your name is there, it rings. But if your name is not on there, So
wow.
So boom, Chase Fetty did good too. Yeah, Chase Fetty had a really good set. Yeah, so it was a great time. There's a lot of good music on the horizon. The good labels out there, keep your head up. Don't let these motherfuckers. You have good business practices, we will continue to support you. If you have good product and your records aren't bent up, you know what I'm saying, and you still got them fruity fucking colors that we love and we don't love and we make fun of, keep on putting them shits out. We appreciate you and the service that you do. Definitely. Shout out to Kip. Kip got a label. Apple Dizzle.
Tuesday
Master
night.
Speech came out. There you go. Fester just dropped Grim Night with A La Preem or AP the Overlord. You know what I'm saying? It looked like a great pressing. Big up to Festa. Just talk to him on the joint.
Yeah, he survived
Fester.
that hurricane.
True indeed, man. That shit is wild, bro. Oh wow, they fucked up his shit.
Yeah, his lawn. It fucked up his yard, his fence and shit. But he all right. He said the worst of it's over, man. He good.
Yep.
True indeed. You got other people. Mondo's coming out soon.
I had Accident Records.
I had Accident. They put out Dread Eye shit.
Different. Yeah, there's a bunch of different labels out here that
Amazing Records with tapes, Funeral Party, Fucked Rap, Loretta Records is still out there.
Of course. Yep, Loretta, of course. Mm-hmm. Man, shout out Tough Kong, even though Kun said they about to go on a major hiatus, but they about to have a sale apparently. So if you're hearing this, I think the sale is in the next day or so.
Yeah, I think it's 30 to 50% off.
Yeah, something major like that. Go shop with them. Absolutely.
If you're Knowledge the Pirate fan, they have some Tough Kong. I think they dropped like those 2 or 3.
Mainly Tough Kong releases. Especially
Tough Kong. So if you are Knowledge Pirate fan, I'm going to try to pick up something. I ain't got no money. You know what I'm saying? Well, I'm going to try.
Facts.
I'm going to try. Try to get me. Give me
buy
a
our
foot locker
merch.
too. Yeah,
buy our merch, please.
Then I
so
can
we
go
can
buy some other
records.
merch.
We can buy records.
Right. Let us
Help
keep the
us help you.
economy circling. You know, we got to rotate these dollars around our community. Everybody chip in. Buy my merch. Link in bio.
Yeah. Do that shit. I'm gonna drop some hoodies soon for the hoodie weather. Those Luke Cage shits. Luke Cage shirts that I had a rap seminar, and hopefully when y'all see me, y'all wear those shirts. When I host a show, do a show somewhere, y'all wear them shirts out there in internet land. True indeed. Carl, what do we have? No, let's go to Primo Jab first. I'll be going to Carl first all the time. Primo Jab, what do we have before we end?
Before we move along.
Stop. I just like saying Carl sometimes. In that last song on the Inclusive Parsons,
Carl.
I said, Carl. I'll say everybody's name. I said, for Primo Jab, 7-1 Black Seed, Lim Capital, Primo Jab, Mondo Slade, Uncanny M. Carl.
Yo, Carl, one of those enigmas now, man. He's one of those dudes. Like, people know him as just, oh shit, it's Carl. Like, I forgot what show we were at, and somebody turned around. They said, oh shit, Carl.
Carl. Messi, Ronaldinho.
Pele.
Yeah, Pele.
Carl. Yeah, you up there. You one of those one name people. Prince.
One name. Prince.
You know what I mean? Carl.
Yeah, there you go, man. That's what it is.
Right.
You know? What up? So the white monk sounds good, but like I just like saying Carl. Yo. Matter of fact,
I'm down with it.
Yeah. Okay, boom. Primo Jack, what we got?
Shit, man. I think I just said it jokingly, but I mean it dead serious. We support us. And that's what's been happening. That's what's going to continue to happen. And it's only getting better. Things are getting bigger and brighter in the abyss. And it's amazing the amount of dope projects and product that's continually coming out. And everybody, for the most part, is doing great business. We're all providing a service as far as selling product to people when we say we're going to do it. There are some pieces of shit out here that take your money and still owe you albums and shirts and things like that. You know what I mean? That you got that in there, but I feel like that's only 10%. You know, they're 10%ers. Oh, look at that. That science popped right up, just rolled right, organically. But yeah, they're 10% of the culture that we got going on right now. And it's unfortunate that you have to worry about that, but you have the people running off on the plug and doing all types of shit that ruin it for the rest of us that are kind of playing the game the right way. And there ain't no rules to the game, but you can carry yourself not like a piece of shit. And it's more beneficial if you do so than being a piece of shit, man. No one wants to be around a piece of shit. A piece of shit stinks. Why you want to be a piece of shit? Don't model yourself after a piece of shit.
That's right.
True indeed. Carl, what you got, bro?
Yeah, I think the biggest takeaway from this issue is investing in yourself. I think with A3C and it going heavily towards the industry side of things, and it's something that if we want this to continue, we have to find ways of continuing to brand ourselves and market ourselves and invest in ourselves to make it worthwhile. And so shout out to artists like Ty Ferris and Kip DeFog and people that, are kind of in their lane, but expanding to keep the culture richer. Show coming up, Triple Threat Studios in South Carolina. I think it's November 19th. This is a dude that, he's a tattoo artist and a shop owner and is tapped into this underground culture and wants to push it forward. So he's just throwing another party, and I can't wait for it. Lukey's going to host it. Incredible lineup again. But, we just need to keep doing things like that. We need to keep looking for opportunities to advance what this boom bap community has to offer, this abyss. I encourage local promoters here in Atlanta, look at venue spaces that are open and book shows over that A3C weekend. Get some shit going.
Yeah. Hey, hold on. Just to piggyback off you, Carl, not exactly during A3C weekend, but for the Atlanta people in Decatur, where it's greater, November 4th, the first Soul God Fest hosted by Soul God Chico. He put it together.
Nice.
Backbone, Big Chico, Jay Nice, those 3 headliners. But I mean, you're gonna see people, if you're an Atlanta person, like a real Atlanta person. I mean, Tukey gonna be there. Jace.
Tukey?
Yeah, Tukey Carter.
Tukey, the tattoo artist?
You know
that's my
guy,
man.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to tell you, man. Big Saint, Els Jenkins, Shamina, my man Bruce Cush, me, Wavy Wallace, Coogee Young, all them nice life type motherfuckers, and a lot. It's November 4th. November 4th. It's a Saturday. It's in Decatur.
Okay.
Tickets are on sale. You know, if you're in the Atlanta area or you want to come down to Atlanta and kick it, come on down, man. The lineup decent, man. We're gonna have a good time, man.
Nice.
But again, that's what it's all about. People, you know, recognizing that there is a market and a demand for what we doing out here, and they like, yo, let's fill that void. And that's during the weekend. There ain't nothing else going on. What else you doing November 4th, man? Come kick it. It's right after Halloween. It's Halloween weekend. Yeah, I think I'm doing the same thing. Shout out Baby Jab, man, and Mrs. Jab. We going to the pumpkin catch. I like to go and I watch these pigs. There's these pigs that race around, and it is one of the most delightful things. Yeah, these little piglets. They're little piglets. Like they hop out and they're like, wee. And I mean, I swear to God, if you have not seen piglets run and jump, it is one of the most joy-filled sights you will ever see in your life. I might have been off of 3 edibles when I was watching them the first time.
I was gonna say, this is the softest side of Primo Jab I've ever seen.
It was amazing. It was amazing. So yeah, yo, it was. Look, I'm telling you, I was dying. I was rolling on the ground. I don't think I've laughed so hard in probably 6 years since I watched those damn pigs run around doing their little pig race. It was hilarious at the pumpkin patch. Lukey. Yeah, I'm gonna bring you with me, Lukey. We all gonna go.
Hey, yo, check it out. I got something. Okay, this is the other side of the world for Carl.
You and E can come too, man. We'll eat edibles. It'll be great. Nice. I don't know. No, it's south.
No.
I feel like
no. Like boom. I'm talking about Carl. So Brazelton is the opposite way of you. So it's the opposite. Yeah, right?
It's more east, and I'm more just north.
Yeah, we go into the corn maze. Me, JC, and that family. I'm saying
Brazelton's like 40 minutes from me.
It's like it's a little closer now to me. It's
like you cut across. I don't have to go down to Atlanta and then up. I just cut across.
So if y'all want to come to the corn maze, JC got a family event that I'm invited to the corn maze. Corn maze is pretty fun too, but it gives me Jeepers Creepers vibes.
It should. Corn mazes are like
children of the corn.
Man. What if you get lost? Yeah, children of the corn. Children of the corn.
I got lost. I can't fly. I got lost in that bitch. You know what I did?
Children of the corn, man.
I did. Me out. I lost in the corn maze. Know what I did when I got lost in the corn maze? Know what I did?
What?
I just went through that shit.
Just walked through the walls. Yeah, that makes sense.
I'm like, yo, fuck this. I'm like, yo, man, word. Like, yo,
you can't break the corn maze. Shut up.
Record time.
Man, I ain't gonna die in here. Fuck that. Word. That shit, I was really. So boom. In closing, once again, when you open up this avenue that we have created, because the people that own these labels, most of them started out as fans.
Mm-hmm.
When you infiltrate and come in this area, because the guy that had the records come out, he's trying to go on Empire and he's talking about integrity. And you do something with this really doesn't have great integrity. You know what I'm saying? If that's what happened, there's always 3 sides of a story. Your side, their side, and what? The truth.
Mm-hmm.
So one person might not be telling the truth. 2 people might not be telling the truth. Who knows? So we only know what we got from Reddit and what we got from people who hit me up in the DM and Twitter. We only got that.
Right.
So we don't really know truly what happened. We don't know if this man got paid $18,000 for this shit. We don't know if he gave it back or we'll give it back. We don't know. We only know what we have heard. With that being said, when you let people infiltrate into our culture who aren't really of this culture, who don't actually have an appreciation for this culture, some shit gets kind of fucked up sometimes. Also, in this culture, we are dealing with some of the best of us, like 1,000 words. Then you're dealing with some of the worst of us, because some of the worst of us are drug dealers, pimps, dog fighters. You're dealing with some people that formerly were not that good people. That doesn't mean you don't love them or like them, you know what I'm saying? But they had some bad business. Sometimes it takes a while for us to have good business practices. You see people running off of verses all the time, running off on verses. See people not sending out merch all the time. And it gets to a certain point where they do better. I know people complaining about Rome when he first started. Then people always would co-sign, hey, he's a great dude. He's just overwhelmed right now. He's not used to this shit. That's like 5 years ago. All of a sudden, boom, he got it lined up, sending out gold razors and shit, sending out great shirts and stuff. He figured it out quick, because you don't hear nobody talking bad about Rome no more. I only heard a couple people anyway back in the day. Yeah, so you have to realize some people fuck up. You know what I'm saying? But you only are the energy that you project. You know what I'm saying? So if you project this energy, you are only the energy that I know you as. And that's what happened with the situation with this record label. But do not be deterred. Rap Winkle. Shout out to Tough Kong and all these record labels out there. You're doing our culture a great service by giving us what we want and what we need. Also, one other thing I want to say off Carl's point, Future Wave and Big Ghost, they actually have mixes to go on vinyls. I haven't heard no one else say that they do mixes to go on vinyls. So that's probably why those records
for that.
Yeah,
right.
for vinyl. That's probably why their records sound a little better.
Tone Beats said it, and so did Chuck Chan.
Oh, yeah, he did. Yeah, they have
both,
different mixes.
They both get busy like that. But yeah, I mean, so does Wavy, I believe, also. Like, there's several people that definitely make specific for vinyl mixes. I just don't want to slander anybody. Not like it's a bad thing if you don't, because some people just make a universal mix that they just say, yo, this is what it sounds like. They're not thinking about the vinyl thing. But I think those people that we just mentioned have that engineer ear also, right? They have that talent.
And they know to do it.
That next level, right? So they know the difference for that. So, that's all I wanted to say.
Thank you so much.
To put that in there.
Thank you, Primo Jab, because I didn't want to really leave nobody out, but I definitely remember Big Ghost saying he does it in the DM. I remember that Future Wave said it as well a long time ago. Me, I ain't giving you no vinyl mix. I'm gonna give you a couple extra songs, but I don't know what the fuck I'm doing when I'm mixing. I said, make that shit sound good. Word, boom. Put some echo here, some deverb there. Yeah, thank you. Word. But yo, issue 109 of the Abyss Podcast. It's been a great informative episode, and I'd like to let y'all motherfuckers know we love you. We rocking with you. Yeah. See y'all next week. Boom.
Peace. 1,000 words.
Yeah, that's actually really good.